We are in Vientiane, Laos. I said all that wrong, didn't I? We still haven't slept from yesterday. I got to the hotel like 3 or 4, and I had to wait till 12 to check in. One thing about this town is it is a mix of Vietnamese and Chinese people. They all speak Lao, but they also speak their native language. And there's this restaurant over here. This guy is literally Chinese. China has some of the best food, I swear. There's just nothing that tops it. And this dude made it. It was so freaking good. So we're gonna head out. There's this park that we went to. You guys remember last night I went to that park. I had to cut the video because there was homeless people fighting, literally. So I turned it off and I was getting a little creeped out. This town's kind of a mixed emotion. So when I got here this morning, it was dead as hell. Like I said, went to the park and there's like a homeless fight or something like that. And you know, I'm not for violence, but I'm not gonna break up to like 3 or 4 homeless people fighting each other. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what needles are hanging out of what. So we got to the backpacker area, I'm assuming, and the first thing I saw was I think he was German from his accent, but he was kicking the hell out of his dog, yelling at it, and he started crying, and he was drinking coffee. I don't know what the hell that was. About the same time, Lao girls started coming to me, talking to me, like these were like, you know, girls that you pay for. I'm like, no, I'm good. And then these other people come up to me like, I kept getting rambushed by people. And mind you, this is like 4:30 a.m. And the hotel I went to, it closed at 5, like 5:20, people started leaving. And it's just like, what's going on here? This is nothing like Lao I'm used to in the south and center. As I get to the hotel, I sit outside for a bit because he had no beds at all anyways. And at about 5 to 5:20, a bunch of girls started walking out, and a bunch of guys walked out, you know. And I'm just like, asked the guy what's going on. He's like, oh, the bar's closed. I'm like, seriously? Okay. About 7:30, 8 a.m. comes around. These girls are walking out the hotel that I'm staying at, and I'm sitting out there working, like 3 or 4 of them, like just dressed like what you would expect for a girl doing that job. And this is the crazy part. The hotel staff said, have a good morning in their name. I'm like, wait, this is an ongoing thing. So this hotel is like spreading diseases, I think. Like, it's wild as hell. And you know how I talk about the manners and the cleanliness and the pollution and stuff like that? It's a big problem here in this city. There's an Indian guy who owns a little Indian joint over here, really good spot too. I'll point it out if we walk by it again. I was like, hey, there's like a lot of like, they don't seem Lao. Like they don't look Lao at all. And the hotel lady that was getting my booking all set up, I noticed on her phone, it was in Vietnamese. Like her whole phone dialect was Vietnamese. He told me, that's when he told me the Vietnamese Chinese thing. And I was like, but it's so, and I made the joke, like it's so clean though. This place is as clean as like I would see in most parts of America. There's a lot of attitude here. There's a lot of pushiness. There's a lot of rudeness. There's a lot of like, what do you want? Even the Western people seem kind of assholey. We have the music park, we have the ghetto wheel, a bunch of balloon stuff. Oh, bumper cars, another balloon thing, a water slide, probably no water, and then an actual rodeo. And then over here, you can see they're starting to open up a bunch of food marts. You got a temple there too. Ah, I love this place. It's still early. I think it's like 3 o'clock. It's stupid early, actually. It's hot as hell. Yeah, it says that right here, actually, 33. Look at all these tents, like they're putting everything together. Like all this stuff looks like they're building it. Like they brought it in carts and they're throwing it together. It just keeps going and going. And it's really the same thing over and over too. Endless jeans. And this is another thing too. You see the bank here, Vietnam Bank. Every bank that is in Vietnam is out here. You got the Vietcom Bank, you have SOCOM Bank, you have Vietnam Bank. Vietnam Bank is actually one of the bigger banks in Vietnam. There's also PV Vietnam. You see it a lot in the center of Vietnam, like central side. There's definitely a lot of Vietnamese influence out here. Even look at this sign. But you see it says Vietnam Bank. I feel like it's more modern here than like what I've seen in Saigon. Like here's a mall, again, SOCOM Bank, another Vietnam Bank, Joint Development Bank. Remember we were talking about cars. In Cambodia, everyone drives that stupid Lexus, that RX 330. In Thailand, everything, really. Like you'll see Teslas, you'll see Lamborghinis, Ferraris, you'll see it all. In Laos, there's expensive ass cars. I've seen like 7 or 8 Ferraris. So I mean, there's a lot of rich in this city. When we were in the central and south, it was like, it wasn't like that. Like it was just really broke. Like everyone had a car down there. And that's another thing too, is everybody has cars in like central and south Laos. And look at the traffic, it's just so chill. And you see, it's like everyone just waits. There's no chaos. I love it. Like you can jaywalk, police don't stop you. Oh geez, that bird tried to. Police don't stop you. You don't get tickets, you're not getting arrested, and nobody screws with you. So if I want to jump across this intersection right now and just jump over shit, so be it. Like, look at this. Have you heard anybody honk yet? Look at the bikes. They're just lined up. In this other country, they like ball up in the middle of the road and they literally get in the way of oncoming traffic. None of that shit happens out here. I love it. So we're gonna walk through this park during the daytime and see what it's like. This morning it was dark and I didn't want to record too much because there was homeless people out here sleeping and stuff, and some random dude at like 3, 4 in the morning talking to a camera with a big ass backpack on. I don't know where that would have led, so safety first, right? I'm gonna show you the jaywalk strategy. So we're gonna chill here. Yeah, look at that, it's beautiful, huh? So you see no more cars, minus that bike. And then, yeah, you just kind of, you go with it. Here we go. Now we got people here. So remember last time we saw like Pepsi signs and stuff like that inside? I think, yeah, you kind of see some like shops and stuff here. There's like a bunch of umbrellas. Yeah, it's just shops, okay. I don't know what's going on. What is this, like a barricade? It must be selling like food or something. Or she's sensitive. Yeah, sensitive. Got some Gucci wallets. You got China and you got Lao plates. A lot of gold. Money. That's kind of cool, like plates. Monopoly money. And tourists. Oh, and we didn't look. I think we saw last time. Yeah, this is definitely more full than what we saw last night. Yesterday it was being a homeless person. This morning, it's selfie central. He's about to ask me if I want to take a picture. I'm holding the camera. Self-made. You got some of the most interesting clothes I've ever seen. Like they're all packing up now, so it must mean the nightlife's about to start. Yeah, it is getting, you see the sun. That's such a beautiful view. Look at that. Why am I in the picture? Look at that. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Pretty dope, right? This is actually, look at that view. I can't get over that. Look at that. You guys can look at the sun right now. I can't. So I'm gonna show you. Okay, I was wrong. It was a red shirt. So he looks like a walking McDonald's. Views. All right, guys, so I promised you the night market, but it's a lot of the same thing. Everybody, you see this Gucci bag, like this camera bag I bought, like everybody has it. Maybe I shouldn't have bought it from Lazada. I should have just bought it her. Yeah, it's just a lot of clothes. It's a lot of phone cases, but it's a chill spot, man. Like this is actually a really cool market. It's super organized. It's super clean. It's quiet. Like you'll hear music here and there, but it's not super loud, so it's not interruptive where it's like you can't even like talk to your own family next to you. So I think that kind of does it for tonight, guys. Tomorrow we are leaving we're gonna go back to the city we were at before we came here, and that's where we're gonna be catching a bus to Vietnam. Check the link below if you are trying to go to Vietnam. That's where I get my visas through. I get them through iVisa, and it usually takes like a day or two. They're a little faster than if you do directly through the government, and everything's just easy peasy. They take care of all the legalities.